Good morning, everyone. My name is Ara, this is my buddy Ray, and we love to play poker. We started a brand new YouTube channel for a special challenge that we're doing. We're doing a head-to-head competition, me against Ray, 25 sessions of 1-2 no limit hold'em. This challenge is specifically designed for the entertainment of 1-2 no limit players because the vast majority of people are not like me, are not like him. They play 1-2 no limit for fun, for recreation, for profit. So just some quick background about me, then I'll let Ray talk. I was a professional poker player for years. I played many different levels. 1-2 is kind of a small game for me, but I do take it very, very seriously, and I do plan on winning. The last time we had a challenge similar to this at 1-2, I averaged about $30 an hour, and I fully expect to beat him, Ray. So, Ray?
All right, and I'm Ray, and my goal is to beat him. Last time we did the same challenge, I only profited around $22 per hour.
Which, he shouldn't be saying the word only, because that's 11 big blinds an hour, so.
Which is pretty good for any poker game.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, I've never played professionally. I've just played as a very profitable hobby over the last 15 years or so. Lucky we were able to get into poker back during the glory days when there were 8 or 9 terrible players at the table at all times back in 2003, 2004, 2005.
And everyone used to stack off with ace-10 or ace-jack on an ace-high board.
All right. So with this challenge, we're going to play 25 sessions. The sessions can be short, long, probably going to average anywhere between 4 to 6 hours per session. We're not going to be there for 10 or 12 hours at a time. We will be at the same table because we want to have all the other variables being constant against the same players.
Yes, very important. We're going to try to play the same exact hours. We're going to try to play the same exact table. And we're not exactly playing against each other, but we are playing against each other. I am trying to win his money, but there are, on a 10-person table, there's always 8 people worse than him. And same thing for him. There's always 8 people worse than me. So even though we are trying to take each other's money, we're mostly trying to take the other people's money.
So we are not going to play easy. If I have kings and he has aces, most likely he's going to take my money. But other than that, we're not going out of our way to play against each other. My goal, like I said, last time was about 11 big blinds per hour. My goal is to definitely get up to at least 12.5 or more big blinds per hour. I think this is very doable because the last time we did this, after 5 sessions, we were actually down money. One of us was up a little, one of us was down a good amount, but we were down together, which was very unlikely after 5 sessions, but we did make the comeback. So I think this time our goal is to start off winning, which will allow our hourly big blind rate to be higher than what it was the first time we did this challenge.
And we did play a couple of sessions as kind of a test for this thing, and we were thinking about including it. He's up about 700, I'm up about 400 in the last couple sessions. But we didn't want to include it because we wanted this challenge to be pure. So we're starting right now from $0 from this point forward for the next 25 sessions.
We will be playing a session at some point today or later tonight. And after the session, we will post another video with the results. We will go through player personalities, we'll go through interesting hands, and we definitely want to get questions, comments from everyone out there, whether you would play the hand the same, you'd play it different, you think our strategy is correct, wrong. We want to learn from this as much as we hope you learn from this.
And I think really quickly in the middle of the video, I just want to do some quick predictions. So I know a lot of people aren't professional players and they don't play poker consistently, they just play for fun. So I want to make some predictions and I want you guys to see how accurate I am at the end of the 25 sessions. So aside from me kicking his ass, I think that I am going to end the challenge at about 125 hours total. And if I'm making around $30 to $31 an hour, I think I'm going to end the challenge around $3,750. So my official prediction is I will make in the range of $3,600 to $4,000 by the end of the challenge. I'm going to try to make more, but that's my prediction. And you guys can see how close I get. And my second prediction is sometime in the challenge, I will have a $1,000 downswing. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. And on an aggression meter, I'm probably about a 9.5 out of 10. He's also aggressive. He's probably about a 7 out of 10 on the aggression meter. So if you want to make any predictions or...
All right, so no, my prediction is we will both be in the same ballpark by the end of this. But obviously my goal is to beat him.
And actually, why don't you tell what we made the last time we played 1-2.
So the last time we did this, we actually had, after 25 sessions, my hourly rate was only $18.85 an hour, which is a little over 9 big blinds, and a total of $2,900. He was up $3,100, with a hourly rate of $20.13. With that being said, after 5 sessions we were down, so in 20 sessions we were able to go from a negative number all the way up to a pretty good winning number.
And I was down a lot after 5 sessions. I was personally down a lot.
Although we ended the 25 session challenge, we did continue to keep track, because when you're waiting for higher limit tables, when there's not a lot of higher limit tables at your casino, you have to play the lower limits while waiting. So we've now played 46 sessions. We started this challenge back right around the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2018. We have played 46 sessions, and at this rate, I have won about 5,100, which came out to about $22 an hour. He's up 7,100, which is about $31 an hour. With that being said, the killer in the game of poker is the rake. The house wins all the time. If there was no rake in the game, we would be extremely profitable and probably wouldn't need to play any other game than 1-2. Because he's a little more aggressive and plays more hands, the rake takes about $15 an hour from him, which give or take would be 3 winning hands at full rake, which would be a pot over $50.
Yeah,
and mine is about $12 an hour. So if you add those in, he would be in the low to mid 40s, and I would be in the mid to high $30 per hour rate, which playing 1-2 with very little risk would be great profit.
Yes.
But the rate does take away about 1/3 of your profits in the 1-2 game.
Whenever I'm playing 2-5 or 5-10, there's always someone that says, oh, you can't play 1-2, too many people drawing to stuff, blah, 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 they suck, they draw to everything. And it's just not true. We're actually doing this challenge for another reason, just to prove to people that it is winnable, and you can also have a fun game and enjoy yourself and talk to people. I'm very talkative at the table. He's pretty talkative too. We have a good time while we play, so aside from winning money, neither one of us is a professional player right now, so even though we are planning to win thousands of dollars by the end of the challenge, we also play for a good time, and we generally have a pretty good time at the table while we're playing.
Yeah, while we play, the other players, along with the dealers, the waitresses, they become our friends slash acquaintances more than co-workers, you know, because they're not our co-workers, but they do become friendly. We do hang out with them sometimes outside of the casino, you know, not very often, but it is our group of people we hang out with.
And if you are in the Rhode Island area, please come to Twin River Casino and play with us, play against us, whatever you want to do. We'd love to have you there. And Twin River's a pretty good casino. They only take a $5 rake. There's no high hand. There's no high hand that they take an extra $1 or $2 out of the pot like Florida. There's no jackpot like Foxwood. So relative to other casinos, a $5 rake is pretty decent on a 1-2 game.
On top of that, one other way that from your poker winnings you lose money, in a sense, is tipping. You are pretty much standardly going to tip the dealer anytime you win a pot that is anything more than pre-flop or, you know, 1 bet on the flop and everybody folds. But other than that, you're always tipping the dealer. So that adds up to another $2, $3, $4 per hour, depending on how many hands you're winning.
Yeah.
So that does factor into it, but again, it's almost like a work-related expense.
Yeah,
which
but
you're
to
gonna
keep it even, we're going to try to tip about $1 every 30 minutes, or like $2 an hour. So our averages could be $2 an hour higher, but we're going to try to keep it at like $2 an hour. That way it's fair, and it's not like a strict. It's not like a strict thing. Like if we win, you know, a huge pot, we might tip a little bit more, or you know, if we're running bad, we might tip less. But you know, we're going to try to tip about $2 an hour on average.
All right. So with that being said, if you have any questions before, after, during this whole 25 challenge, please message us and we will answer anything you'd like to know as honest and accurately as possible.
Yeah, and we're going to have a lot of hand breakdowns. We'll probably tell the 2 or 3 most interesting hands of the day every day. So today is, what is it, June 18th or something? It's Monday morning. And we're about to go play at Twin River today, so we'll upload the end of session 1 probably tomorrow. And yeah, please share the video with your friends, please subscribe, please like the video, and definitely leave us any comments after we played a hand and let us know how we fucked it up. And one other thing I wanted to mention is I'm not only going to post the hands that I won big pots in, I'm going to post some of the smaller hands that I had an interesting way of thinking, and maybe as a professional player, my way of thinking was very, very different than a way like an amateur would play the hand. Like, just to give you a quick example, yesterday I played ace-4 offsuit, and I had just the 4 of clubs when there was 2 clubs on the flop. And I actually considered that backdoor flush draw, and it actually came true. I considered the gut shot, I considered just winning the ace. So I have the full range of outs that I consider, and I also consider people's personalities, what kind of mood they're in when they're making the bet, and what's going through their minds. So I think these hand breakdowns will be pretty interesting, and to be honest, we don't always agree on hands, so that back and forth should be pretty interesting too. So we're looking forward to some really like in-depth hand breakdowns. We probably won't have time to do more than 2 or 3 because we're trying to keep these videos around 10 minutes. But yeah, hopefully there's some really good stuff coming up over the next 25 sessions. So have a great day, guys.
Thank you.